Economic development in India embarked as a policy after its independence in 1947 from the Britishers. India has endowed with a well-structured bureaucracy, a nascent industrial sector and a committed political leadership. The Indian economy was primarily dependent on agriculture. Principles like mixed economy, secularism and non-alignment in foreign policy were adopted by India during that phase. Gradually, it moved to more of a neoliberal model in the 1990s by adopting liberalization, globalization and privatization policy. Prior to liberalization in 1991, India had a highly regulated economy, or rather we can say control and permit Raj economy. Liberalization and deregulating steps were taken from the year 1991 to make India a strong and growth oriented country. Due to liberalization, India came out of isolation and started growing as a part of the world economy. Liberalization in India can be seen in relation to industrial sector, trade reforms, foreign investment in technology, public sector, financial sector. After liberalization, the private sector was regulated with fewer restrictions from the government. The rapid economic changes throughout the world integrated the world economies. During the late 70s, there was a shift towards privatization by selling enterprises owned by state. During 80s, the government's involvement reduced in the business. The new industrial policy during 1991 abolished industrial licensing and opened the path to the growth of private sector. Under the new economic policy, the private sector had been given great importance and privatization was initiated. The process of privatization leads to a change in management, operational measures and changes in ownership. It also brought contraction of public sector, selling of public sector's shares to the private sector, reorganization of sick public sector industries, increase in the share of the private sector in the 8th and 9th 5-year plan. It also opened borders to foreign companies for trading and investment. The new economic policy helped India to come out of the crisis during that time. It introduced changes in the areas of trade policies, fiscal and budgetary policies, monetary and fiscal policies. During the phase of post-liberalization, fast growth was recorded in the private sector. The opening of the economy for foreign multinational corporations forced the restructuring of India's private sector by mergers and acquisitions. Globalization helped the Indian economy's integration with the world economy. We can say that regional economies, cultures and different societies are integrated into the process of globalization. It is made possible through the network of communication, transportation and trade at the global level. India's economy integrated with the world through trade, foreign direct investment, capital flows, migration and the technologies spread. The Western world tried hard to pursue developing and emerging countries like India for trade liberalization and permitted more flexibility to provide equal opportunities to multinational corporations in their domestic market. The government of India liberalized trade and investment. Import duties for MNCs were brought down phase-wise to allow them to operate in India on equality basis. As a result, new technologies, new products and economic opportunities were brought to India. Globalization created great number of jobs, more choices for consumers in India. Globalization has also increased interdependence and competition between the economies. Although globalization has taken India a long way since 1991 and resulted in the advancement of India on economic, financial and other fronts. We hereby end with this topic. Keep learning.